What's up, guys? Matt Toyshow here, Leads for Locals. And in this video, I want to show you an awesome automated LinkedIn lead generation strategy that is just insanely powerful. And if you're in any type of like B2B business or profession where you basically need to get in front of decision makers, those are your ideal prospects, this is going to be like the holy grail of LinkedIn lead generation for you. At the peak, when I've got my targeting down and everything and my messaging, I was generating 30 to 40 really good responses from this on LinkedIn, like actual conversations with my ideal prospect at the time, every single month. It didn't include people who are opting into my funnel, which I'll show you. That kind of ties into the profile and the funnel, right? So I'll show you how that was set up. Doesn't include email responses I was getting, leads I was generating from the retargeting campaigns that I was doing. I'm going to show you all of that because this is just incredibly powerful. And it's far more than just reaching out to people on LinkedIn. Like just the automated LinkedIn outreach part is insanely powerful alone, but I'm going to show you just some incredibly powerful things you can do with your LinkedIn connections to just like completely explode your lead generation with this. So let's dive into this. The first thing I want to start with is the tool that I use. Now, I used to use Cleverly. Unfortunately, they got rid of basically all of their good stuff, which I don't know why, but they did. So I finally found another one, which I've interviewed. I had an hour-long conversation with them just to make sure that it was the same kind of, like I would have the same abilities that I did with Cleverly because I was doing really well with them. And it's a lead roll. Now, before you go and get lead roll, just a really quick offer. I have a link below. You can enter your name and email. I'm going to send you a discount code that will waive the onboarding fee for when you sign up. So that alone is awesome. Okay. But I really want to help you guys out too, and I would appreciate you going through my link. It helps support my channel, but I want to hook you up as well. If you sign up through my link to get lead roll, reply to that email where I send you that discount code. I'm going to send you my LinkedIn lead generation course absolutely free, where I'm going to show you step by step by step how to put all of this stuff in place. I'm going to give you, kind of the 30,000 foot overview of all the moving parts. If you want to go out, figure it out on your own, that's totally cool, whatever. But I'm going to send this to you for free. I'm going to give you my automated messaging like my follow-up messaging sequence for LinkedIn that was generating those 30 to 40 conversations per month. I'm going to send that to you. It's in the course as well, absolutely free. I'm going to give you my funnel as well, where I was generating additional leads from my profile. I'm going to give that to you for free inside the course. And there was something else. Also my email follow-up sequence, because you can actually, when someone accepts your connection request, you can put them into an automated email follow-up campaign as well. So not only are you messaging them on LinkedIn, but you're also messaging them or sending them emails too. I'm also going to, it's a lot, but I really want to hook you guys up. I'm going to show you how to retarget and run Facebook and Google ads specifically just to your connections on LinkedIn. For the longest time, I didn't even know you could do that. But imagine how just insanely powerful that is when someone becomes a connection or a connection on LinkedIn. Imagine if you were able to basically just follow them around the internet with your lead magnet, with your offer, and just be in front of your ideal prospect at all times. It's like I said, this is the holy grail of LinkedIn lead generation. People charge $5,000 to $10,000 for their courses to teach you how to do this. I'm going to just give it to you for free in the course when you go through my link. So anyways, let's dive into this. So lead roll is kind of the centerpiece. It's the primary tool that allows us to do everything that I'm going to show you here. Okay. And it's like, in my opinion, it's incredibly inexpensive for what you get. So if we scroll down, there's a couple of options here. $47 a month is the Pro Plus. That's really the one you want to do all of this. If you just want the LinkedIn outreach, you can do Pro. Okay, you're not going to get as many, but if you just want to get started, again, I'll send you a code to waive the onboarding fee. Sometimes they have it for Pro Plus as well, so you'll want that discount code. But I recommend just going Pro Plus because you're going to get the most value. So here's what happens and this is what kickstarts the process. Okay, it sends out on average 2,250 automated connection requests to your ideal prospect every single month. Your ideal prospect list is built inside of Sales Navigator, which I show you how to use. I give you some really cool tips and tricks inside of the course. for laser targeting your audience, but it's essentially sending these personalized connection requests to your ideal prospect every single month. Now, at the peak, when I was generating 30 to 40 like really good responses every month, I was getting on average about 20 to 25% acceptance rate, which is pretty good. And if you do that for a few months, you're going to have a pretty decent amount of people to be interacting with, right? So it's essentially sending out these connection requests. But here's the other thing, which is what kind of takes out like 95% of the work, is it's also sending out 4 follow-up messages when somebody accepts your connection request. Guys, that's insanely powerful. It's exactly like an email sequence. Like if someone were to subscribe to your email list, you would send automated emails. It's literally the same exact thing here. We only send 4 because LinkedIn, like these are real conversations that you're generating. So it's not like someone just opts into a list. You don't want to send 10 follow-up messages to people. You're going to piss people off. And that's what can get, you can start getting a negative reputation for your profile. And LinkedIn doesn't like that. Now, you might be wondering, like, well, what if LinkedIn bans my profile for this? Because it's automatic, right? And it doesn't happen. It's so rare with these types of tools. Now, if you're using DuckSoup or a linked helper, like I saw linked helper get into, like they were out of service for a little while because LinkedIn caught on to them, right? If you're using tools like that, you have to be careful. But the problem is that people will do 5 to 10,000 profile views and connection requests every month, and like no human being can do that. It's just not like LinkedIn can tell that's not real. It's a bot. With this, 70 to 80 prospects per day, realistically, somebody could do that. If you committed a couple of hours every single day to your LinkedIn prospecting, you could very easily send 70 to 80 connection requests every single day. That's why it's not a problem, okay? But essentially, you're getting 4 follow-up messages. Let me show you kind of what that looks like here. And what happens is if somebody responds, so it sends the 4 follow-up messages, it stops automatically sending those messages when somebody responds to you, and that's where you take over. So the real power of this is that the only time you're going on LinkedIn is to reply to somebody who's replied to you. Now, obviously, not every response is going to be great, but when you have a really good offer and you're not doing a really hard pitch, which I'm going to give you, like I said, that email, the messaging sequence that I use, I'm going to give that to you because it's not a hard sell. It's like when you talk to people and have a real conversation with them, you're going to get good response rates. So the only time you're really coming onto LinkedIn is to reply to people who have replied to you. It's really, really powerful. And here's essentially kind of what that looks like. And just a quick tip, guys, when you do this, you want to archive any good responses that you get. And you do that by clicking the little button here. And it says restore now because I'm in archive messages, but it would say archive. And just so you keep track and follow up with the conversations that you're having with people. Okay. But yeah, so here's like an example of a connection request, like note that I would send. And from there, well, he actually responded. Let me see if I can get one where they did not respond right away. Yeah, okay. So here's one where I actually send the link to what I'm offering because, yeah, here we go. So all of this was automated. So he accepted my connection request right here. And then like a day later, this message sent automatically, and then he responded. So how do the 5 steps work? And so essentially what I'm doing is kind of like if you were to create an ad campaign, you're offering a free lead magnet. I'm doing that in like a conversational way in my LinkedIn messaging. And it worked really well for me. I would also ask a question to kind of start the conversation. But again, I'm going to give that to you in the course anyways, when you go through my link. But that's essentially how the connection request and the automated message follow-up kind of works. Okay. Now let's move on to another part. I want to talk about the spreadsheet. So if we go back to lead roll, see this right here, advanced spreadsheet reporting. We get reply tracking, prospect email list, prospect emails, and phone numbers, right? So here's what happens is when someone accepts your connection request, the software automatically extracts the contact information from that person's profile. Okay. Now that might sound shady. It's not, because when someone accepts your connection request and you're connected on LinkedIn, your profile is now public to them. It's public information, right? You're providing it, right? So now that does not mean to spam the crap out of people with this information. Okay. Do not do that. You'll get into trouble. But if you're just sending like soft emails and just trying to provide value to people, like I didn't get a single bad response from doing this. Okay. In fact, I got good responses. Here's what the spreadsheet looks like. And guys, please be cool. Don't like say, oh, look at these email. I'm going to call these people. Just be cool. Like I'm trying to show you something really powerful here. Okay. Anyways. So here, this is exactly what the spreadsheet kind of looks like. It extracts whatever contact information is provided in the profile, puts it into a spreadsheet. Now, if you've been doing digital marketing for a little while, you know about a tool called Zapier. I don't like what you can do with information in a spreadsheet is unbelievable when you're combining it with Zapier. I'm going to show you how to do all that in the course, but the other thing that you're doing, so you're not just doing messages. You're not just connecting with people on LinkedIn. You're collecting data. And guys, in today's day and age, data is worth more than could be worth more than the conversations you're generating. The data is so powerful, and especially if you've ever had trouble trying to target your ideal prospect on like Facebook or Google or whatever advertising platform you're using, this right here can solve that problem forever because you're collecting your own data. Data is an asset that you can use to create lookalike audiences, custom audiences for Facebook or whatever. But here's another like a really powerful thing you can do with this is you can take this and create retargeting campaigns because you have the name, first name, last name, email, and phone number. Guys, like I was creating retargeting campaigns just to this list and it updates automatically. Like that's what's so powerful about this. When you set the automation up, like you're connecting with people on LinkedIn, you have these follow-up messages going out, you have email campaigns going out, you have your custom audience being automatically updated through Zapier to create your retargeting ads. Like just stay with me. If that sounds like, holy shit, that's a lot, it kind of is. But when you put all these moving parts together, you have, like I said, the holy grail of LinkedIn lead generation here. And I show you step by step how to do all this. It's actually not that difficult. It's just a lot of different moving parts. Okay. But here's something you can do. Let me show you what I did. So the first thing I would do is, so someone accepts my connection request, they're getting the messages. The other thing I want to do though, is put them into an automated email sequence. So I have 2 channels of communication now. And I like to use Active Campaign. You can see right here my list of annuity agents LinkedIn. That was from that campaign. And I had 548 contacts in it. I actually turned the automation off because I think I have 750 here. Yeah. I turned it off because I was having trouble keeping up with it. But these people were getting, I put together a 3-series email sequence, which I give to you in the course. And it looked like this. Let me show you kind of the open rates. And again, it's just like, I just don't believe in a hard sell, especially with something like this. Because remember, you're sending emails to people who haven't necessarily opted in. So you have to be careful, right? You do not want to be spamming people. But essentially what I was doing is I was taking the conversation I was doing on LinkedIn and just kind of putting it into an email sequence saying, hey, I saw that we just connected on LinkedIn. I really appreciate it. Just want to introduce myself. If you didn't get my message on LinkedIn, here's what I was talking about, right? Something like that. Okay. Now, but look at these open rates, man. And I talk about this in my course because, there's like little things you can do to really bump up your email open rates. Like people say email is dead. I don't think so. If you suck at email, then yeah, sure, it's useless. But look at this, 30% open rate on the first message, almost 25% on the other 2. Those are pretty solid open rates for email, man. So, I didn't generate a ton of responses, but I got a couple of responses from those, like people actually replying to the email. But I was also putting my lead magnet in there as well, which I guess now is a good time to kind of segue into the funnel aspect of this. Let me see. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so all right, so let me kind of let's back up just a little bit. Let me make sure I put this into perspective correctly, because like I said, there's a lot of moving parts here, but it's so powerful. So let me see what other lists I have here, because this email sequence right here was for my funnel. All right, so if we go to my profile, I want to show you this. Let's go to my profile. Now, here's a tip, guys. You want to treat your profile like a landing page, because a lot of people, before they respond or even accept your connection request, are going to visit your profile to see if you're legit. You want to make sure your profile is speaking directly to your target audience, and they have an opportunity to get more information versus just reaching out to you on LinkedIn, because not everybody wants to have a conversation right now. People want to do their own research without pressure. Okay, you need to give them that option. And when so if we go to my profile here, I always put a link to an opt-in page on my profile. I even look at this, and at this time I'm targeting the credit repair industry, but when I was targeting annuity agents, obviously everything spoke to the annuity agents. I was doing lead generation for the annuity industry, right? You always want to speak directly to your target audience. Link for more info in bio. Like guys, right here, like all these little things add up to higher conversions, right? It's just really powerful. Anyways, I don't know if I have it in my profile right now. Do I? Okay, yeah, I do. Credit repair lead gen training. So if somebody so normally what I would do is send people to this opt-in page. I'll just kind of keep it to my annuity campaign. I would send the link in my profile would go to this page right here. Discover how to generate 20 plus annuity leads every month using LinkedIn and zero ad costs. And people would opt into that. And let me show you. Now, again, it's not a ton, but let me show you what those numbers look like. And again, guys, I give you that entire funnel inside the course when you go through my lead roll link. Appreciate you. Right here, annuity agent lead magnet, 29 people. So that's 29 additional people in addition to the conversations I was generating, right? And you might think, well, that's just 29, who cares? Guys, this is like, you have to remember, when you're with something like this, you're like, this is super highly targeted leads. Like it's, if I was just running a random ad campaign and got 29 leads, that'd be good, but I know exactly who these 29 leads are. I can literally pull up their LinkedIn profile if I wanted to and start a conversation with them. Like, it's insanely powerful. Okay, so it's not always about the numbers, even though right now, like, these numbers are good. Now watch this. This annuity agent lead magnet, this is the email sequence that they would get. And again, when people say like email is dead, if you do it right, man, it's not. It works. And I'll break down my funnel here a little bit more in just a second. You guys have probably seen it before in my other videos. It's essentially, it takes them to a kind of like a video sales letter. They can click a button to book an appointment. When they click that button, it takes them to a pre-qualification survey, then the appointment page, yada, 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 yada. It's that I don't do much different, okay? But look at these open rates. I think my first one is at 66%. Second one is almost 45, 48, 33, 41. That's crazy, man. And it's just every single time people are opening your emails, they're engaging with your brand. So you're providing content to them, and it's always creating an opportunity for your ideal prospect to reach out to you, to book an appointment with you, or whatever it is that your end result is, right? So this type of process works. We have the emails going. We have in our profile a link for them to go to an opt-in page, which then goes to this LinkedIn training. This LinkedIn training page here was essentially, it's my lead magnet, but it was also what I was offering on my LinkedIn follow-up. So it's all connected, right? And on here is a page for them to, so this is like a 15-minute video just going through my system. And then a call to action with a button below the video to book an appointment, right? That's it, okay? And again, I give this to you guys for free in the course. So that's a lot, right? But guys, this it's kind of a, I wouldn't even say like it's a ton of work. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, but if you're taking your business serious, like this is stuff that you want to do, man. This is you're maximizing your opportunity to get in front of your ideal prospect and convert them as much as possible, right? So we have the automated connection requests and LinkedIn follow-up. We can put them into an automated email sequence. We have the link in our profile to our opt-in page, which puts them in a funnel and a whole separate email sequence. Man, we can also, the next thing is, I briefly talked about retargeting. I'm not going to dive into that. Like that's a whole, like, again, I go through all of that in my free course that I send you when you go through my link. But you can create retargeting campaigns for really, really cheap, because we're not doing interest targeting. We're not targeting millions of people trying to get in front of our ideal prospect. No, because we have this spreadsheet and this data, we can create automatically using Zapier, and I show you how to do that. We can automatically create and update custom audiences inside of Facebook and AdRoll, okay, where we can literally cover 98% of the internet with ads in front of our ideal prospect, so that we are just constantly in front of our prospect at all times. Okay. Now, again, don't spam, don't put out bullshit offers. Like, provide good value to people. Okay. And this will work. But again, guys, like just insanely powerful. One other thing that I'll show you I was doing to convert my leads into appointments, and this right here, guys, alone will, I can almost guarantee you, will double your response rates from your leads, and maybe even double the amount of appointments you're getting from your lead generation efforts. Okay, I want to show you this really quick. So this list right here, when people would opt in to this page right here to get my video training, come on, there we go. When they would opt in right here, I would get a notification on my phone from an app that I downloaded, and I connected to my campaigns, to the spreadsheet, not the spreadsheet, I'm sorry, to this list. I connected it through Zapier. I would get a notification on my phone, and it would, with a couple clicks, I could send these people right here a personalized video. It would say, hey, so-and-so just opted in for your lead magnet or whatever, send a video. Couple of clicks, I record a 30 to 45 second personalized video. I don't need to do any editing, no nothing. It takes like 15 minutes to set up. And I could send them a personalized video via email that also has like a call to action button right next to the video. So not only are they getting a personalized video where I would say essentially like, hey, Matt, I just saw that you opted in to get my free annuity LinkedIn lead generation training. Just wanted to say thank you, reach out, introduce myself. If you have any questions, let me know. If you haven't had a chance to go through the training, there'll be a button around this video to do so. Either way, great to meet you. Hope to work with you soon, or whatever. Done. And that there's a little call to action button next to it where they could go to that training. But guys, the response rate I had on that was ridiculous. People are just blown away by those things. And because nobody does that. And when you hear that, you think, holy shit, that's a lot of work. That takes a lot of time. It doesn't. Like there's apps and automation out there where you set it up. It takes 15 minutes. It took me 15 minutes to set it up, and I was rocking and rolling. Any time I got an opt-in right here, I was sending that video, and like I would say 40 to 50% of them would respond like, wow, that was really cool. How'd you do that? Right? So it just makes a great impression. It helps you convert a lot more of your leads. Anyways, guys, I think this video is long enough. If you have questions, leave a comment below. Again, I go through all this in the course, free course that I'll send you. If you want to get lead roll, go through the link in the description, put your name and email in. I will send you the discount code to waive your onboarding fee. And then once you sign up, reply to that email. I'll send you the course where it's got the messages and emails and training and all that stuff. Okay. But give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. I hope that you can take bits, at least, something from this and implement it into your business, because this system is ridiculous. Okay. So make sure you subscribe to, because I'm, always come out with videos like this, because I love this stuff. I love sharing it with you guys. It's so much fun. It's so cool. Anyways, be good, guys. God bless. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to you in the next video. Peace.